There's a primal fear that grips us when we encounter the unknown. It's an instinctual dread, a deep-seated unease that whispers of danger. We feel it in the presence of something unsettling, something that defies explanation. This fear, raw and visceral, is what I experienced on a seemingly ordinary train ride. It was there in the crowded carriage that I encountered him. He was a man cloaked in an aura of quiet menace, a harbinger of something truly terrifying. His stillness was the first thing that struck me. It was as if he were a statue, a figure frozen in time. His gaze, fixed on some distant point, seemed to pierce the very air around him. In that moment, a chill ran down my spine. My heart pounded against my ribs, a frantic rhythm against the rhythmic clatter of the train. He was unremarkable in appearance, yet there was something deeply unsettling about him. Dressed in a nondescript suit, he could have been any other passenger on their daily commute. But the way he sat, rigid and unmoving, set him apart. His face was a mask of impassivity. It was impossible to discern his thoughts, his intentions. His hands clasped tightly in his lap were the only sign of life. They twitched occasionally, small, almost imperceptible movements that sent shivers down my spine. His eyes, though seemingly distant, held a strange intensity. It was as if he were aware of my gaze, of my growing unease, and found a perverse pleasure in it. The train rattled on, its rhythmic clatter a stark contrast to the oppressive silence that had settled over the carriage. Conversation, once lively and commonplace, had dwindled to hushed whispers. Passengers, sensing the shift in atmosphere, averted their gazes, seeking solace in their own thoughts. The man, however, remained unchanged. He sat motionless, a statue of dread amidst the nervous energy of the train. His presence was a weight, a suffocating blanket that stifled every thought, every breath. His silence was more deafening than any scream. Section 4, the horror of the unseen. There's a particular kind of horror that transcends the physical. It's the horror of the unknown, the fear of what we cannot see or understand. It's the creeping dread that seeps into our bones, the unshakable feeling that we are not alone. The man on the train embodied this horror. He was a blank slate onto which our deepest fears were projected. His stillness, his silence, his very presence all served to amplify the growing sense of unease. It was as if he were a conduit, channeling something dark and ancient from the depths of our subconscious. Section 5. A glimpse into the abyss. His eyes, those cold, unblinking eyes, were a window into something truly terrifying. They held no malice, no anger, no emotion at all. They were the eyes of a predator, cold and calculating, observing its prey. And in that moment I felt a surge of primal fear, the instinctive dread of an animal stalked by a predator far more powerful than itself. The train lurched into a tunnel, plunging the carriage into darkness. For a moment the man was lost from view, swallowed by the shadows. But his presence, heavy and oppressive, remained. The darkness seemed to cling to him, to emanate from him, filling the carriage with an almost tangible sense of dread. Section 6. A haunting presence. When the train emerged from the tunnel, he was gone. Vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the echo of his unsettling presence. The relief, palpable and immediate, was quickly replaced by a lingering sense of unease. The man on the train, though gone, continued to haunt me. He became a spectre in my mind, a symbol of the unseen horrors that lurk just beyond our perception. His stillness, his silence, his very existence, a stark reminder of the fragility of our sanity, of the thin veil that separates us from the abyss. He was a glimpse into the heart of darkness, a haunting reminder that true terror lies not in what we can see, but in what we cannot.